Hey, I'm Scott, and I am an American in Bangkok. And I wanted to talk about an article I read today. The article comes from the Thai Inquirer, and the author is called Satrusayang. And I really like this guy, and I like this website. They really dig into some of the problems that Thailand has. But today he wrote an article. It's an opinion piece. Kun Prayut, you've broken every promise and failed your people. Now there's a photo of a guy in full PPE gear sitting on the side of the road. He looks tired, and right next to him there's somebody laying on the ground, and it's unknown whether that person is dead or passed out or what's going on. Let me just get into this here. Look at the image at the top of this page. This is the image that I just talked about. That is Thailand now. That encapsulates everything that needs to be said about our country right now. There is a healthcare worker in full PPE gear sitting by the side of the road, exhausted and distraught. Next to him, a man is either passed out or dead. Judging from the PPE gear that is being worn, it is likely from COVID-19. Now, who knows what the truth is? I don't know, but let me get into this because there are a few things here that I really like what he had to say. The worst part about this image is not that it is an isolated incident. Every day we hear more and more stories of this taking place across Bangkok and other hard-hit provinces. How did it come to this? When General Prayut Chan-o-cha took power in 2014, he promised that he would return happiness to the people and accused politicians of bickering and not putting the country first. His regime prosecuted those that came before him, including the government of Yingluck Shinawatra, for malfeasance and neglect of duty. Returning happiness to the people was always going to be a tall order, something that Prayut would ultimately fail at. These days, forget happiness. I think the members of the Thai public would settle for having a coherent, transparent vaccine program and not letting people die in the streets. That would be enough. Prayut carries himself as a man of honor and valor who is sacrificing so much of himself for the betterment of the people. When asked in the days after his military coup, which deposed a legitimately elected democratic government, he talked about the risk he took to take power and how he knew he was not legitimate, but it was a move he had to make to help the country. It is a theme repeated again and again by the administration, the myth of the reluctant general who stepped away from the barracks because he couldn't stand by and let his country go down in flames. I wonder what the Prayut of 2014 would make of the Prayut of 2021. Maybe he would stage another coup. Because right now the country is in flames, and the major reason is Prayut. From a horribly botched vaccine program to constant infighting between various government organizations, not to mention a cabinet filled with crooks and criminals. Wow. This government resembles a mafia movie more than an administration ready to tackle the biggest challenge to face the country for decades. But yet, despite these failings, the Honorable Prime Minister fails to see his shortcomings. One does not know whether it is through hubris or doltishness that the premier still considers himself the best man for the job. But with more than 500,000 people infected and 4,000 dead since April 1st, the time has come for General Prayut to leave. It is time for him to show a shred of honor that he boasts so heavily about and resign. Now, I did not write this, as I said. This was from the Thai Inquirer. But it goes to show you that there are people out there that are very, very unhappy with what's happening here. And, you know, the buck stops at the top. The buck stops here. Somebody's got to be accountable. Thai people, and I'm telling you, I have talked to numerous Thai people in the past couple of months. I talk to people all the time, but especially in the last 6 months, I've talked to numerous people, and nobody is happy with this government. Nobody. That says a lot. There's usually, you're going to have some people who are like, he's okay. And you're going to have some people that are like, I don't like him. And there's some people that are, I like the guy. I haven't got that at all. I haven't seen any of this. Personally, I don't think that this country, this is just an opinion, this is my opinion, I don't think this country, which is a great country, the people in it are great, the people make the country. And I think that they are being shortchanged. This country can be so much better. There are some wonderful people here. And this is what, in my opinion, the tourists fell in love with from the very beginning. From when Thailand first became a tourist destination that became the most popular in the world. It's the people. It's definitely not the government. I don't vote here. So really, my opinion is just an opinion. It has no bearing on what happens here. And I understand that, and I'm okay with it. However, as somebody who's lived here for, soon it'll be half my life, and I have children here who are half Thai, and I have a Thai wife. I feel like it's important to us as a family what happens here. And I personally think once or when the general is out and another government takes over, I hope it gets better. But in all honesty, it's just like if you move to another country. You're jumping from one frying pan to the next, one set of problems to another set of problems. I know a lot of people who have said, either in comments or emails or messages of whatever kind, that, hey, maybe I'm going to go to the Philippines, or I'm going to go to the Philippines. It's so much easier there. I can tell you that just because you can get a visa easier to stay there does not mean that the country is going to turn out to be paradise compared to Thailand. It just doesn't work that way. You can stay in certain countries for 6 months or a year. I mean, you pay a couple $100, you can stay there for a year. Okay, great. Isn't that nice? But what happens after that year? Okay, maybe you pay for another year. All right, but if you're going to live here long term and build a life for yourself, and this, I think, is a big difference between some people who live here and others. Are you the kind of person who just wants to live in one little room and you can basically just throw stuff in a bag and you're gone? You get your laptop and you're out of here. Your clothes and your laptop and you're gone. Or are you the kind of person who wants to live here long term and build a life for yourself? A couple of weeks ago or a week or so ago, I did a video where I said you should always have that alternate destination for retirement. I still believe that. I believe that's extremely important, because if you look at Thailand and what it has to offer and the problems that not only expats face, but also Thai people as well, I think that the golden years are over for this place. And when you have an administration that people are unhappy with, and you have a situation that is driving people to jump from tall buildings and hang themselves, and they can't even get into hospitals, something has to change. I don't know if a leadership change would make things different, but it's one way to go. It's one way to make things different. Sometimes you just got to shake things up and see what happens. And the election is in 2023. So there's quite a bit of time until then, and I have read several political pieces by Thais that have stated that they don't believe General Prayut is going to last that long. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't even know what to say anymore. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. And that's why I'm reading this article, because you know what? Somebody has failed the people here. Where else are you going to look but the top? The big boss. Anyway, that's all I have. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jerken mai. That's good luck. We could use some good luck. We could all use some good luck. And see you later. Please remember to click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And check the description, please. Get yourself a shirt. Get one of my books. There's all sorts of ways to help support the channel, so I'd appreciate it. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Until next time.